Hey guys, just a quick update on how things are going, where we are with everything. But I would like to just start with thank you so very much. There's an endless incoming of inpouring of well wishes and really sweet comments. That's really helpful. It's really nice. I'm feeling loved and appreciated, and so that's really sweet. And also the shared stories aspect to it. There's a lot of my father had it, my sister had it, and you know. So what do we know? Well, it's a pervasive thing that's all across society everywhere. So there's tons and tons of people have got this, and so any kind of shedding a light on it, if it's of benefit to you, then that's tremendous. And all I've said it before, but I'm just kind of buttonholing. If you get told this is the kind of steps that you can expect, the people that you can expect to meet in the kind of stages you'll be going through, and hopefully at the end of I'll manage to get to the end of it and be okay, by still talking pants at that. Okay, let's move on. So we're at the end of week 1. It's a 6 week course I've got. So I'm at the end of week 1. Of all the information, and you do get told a lot of information, and you're trying your best. At the end of it, if you for every 100, 200 things you get told, if you're collecting 20 of that and keeping that in your mind, you think you're doing well. But things come back to you when the actual symptom kicks in and you think, oh yeah, I was told that. So where are we? We're at the end of week 1. So day 1, the first bit of radiotherapy I got, that was a 15-minute long thing. The actual therapy itself, it's not a physical thing. You're sort of, so you go in and you get, your mask goes on and you get strapped to the table, and you've got the tube in your mouth, which is to hold, in my case, to hold the tongue flat. And then there's just a kind of machine that kind of moves around, and you can't see because your eyes are kind of pressed closed anyway because it's got to be a really tight fit so that you don't move. And so it just kind of noises, it kind of buzzes down here. After my mantra would just be relax, don't be trying to move your tongue, and don't be trying to do that, just get your breathing right and just go on. In the first session, I think I had a kind of bowl of saliva moving around because I was still producing saliva at that time, which I'm noticing that I'm not doing so much, so I'm having to drink a bit more water. So that's a kind of 15 minutes, but you're in the dark. It doesn't, I don't know about anybody else, but you lose track of how time is, and so it just feels like you're in for a couple of minutes, and then they unbolt you and go off and tell you did a good job, and off you go. But so by the time I got home, a couple of hours after that, I got home, and then my glands popped. And so you think, oh, they're kind of, just that, where they drop under your chin, and you're aware of that. And I kind of thought, or maybe I'll feel like that every time. But on the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's 5 days a week radiotherapy. So on the other days when I got home, I was waiting for something like that, but there was nothing else. It only happened on the first day. It didn't happen on the second day, third, nothing. Tuesday was my first chemo. And chemo is the whole day session. So in from 8:30 in the morning through till about 4:30, and then you do your radiotherapy at the end of it. That's my thing. That's not everybody's thing. What I noticed when I was in there is that, so you get in, it's like, if you're lucky enough to have ever been on a business class flight, you're in there with one of those, the chair with the feet come up, and thing that supports your feet, and you're just kind of lying, and occasionally people will pass and say, you want a cup of tea, or do you want a bit of lunch? It's forced relaxation, although I did see lots of people with, swipey pads and computers so you could do that if you wanted. But you just sat there with the thing that holds your drip, and the first thing I got was a kind of flush through for a 2-hour thing with some whatever type of saline solution, whatever saline solution is. But anyway, that runs you through for a kind of 2 hours, and then because they want to make sure everything's all flushed and clean and clear, and then they put the chemo, my drug, what's cisplatin I think it is. And that goes through, so you get 2 hours of that, and that slightly felt cold, so you just get a little thing in the back of your hand, and initially they'll say it could feel cold, it might be over, but it didn't. A little bit of coldness around the hand for a couple of seconds, then that dissipated, and then it's just as nothing. You're just sat there. So it's kind of weird. You're getting therapy, but it's the least, for want of it, there's no physical presence to it. Do you know what I mean? You're either lying down and there's just this invisible thing's doing your neck, or or you're just there with it just going in. So it's a kind of strange. It's just not. There's no physicality to it. I would say that. No, I've got a pretty healthy diet. I drink smoothies that are all full of blueberries, apples, bananas, ginger, turmeric, and then a bit of rice dream, but it's also got spirulina, it's also got wheatgrass in there. So if anything, I'm overdosing on, I think, magnesium, iron, vitamin C. I'm getting all of that stuff in me all the time. Other than that, I eat soups. Other than that, I eat fish. But when I got back, I tried to kind of, I'm normally able to put a pint of that smoothie down. And I got about a quarter of a pint in, and then, oh my God, the nausea. That feeling that you get when you drank too much on a Saturday night and you're just trying to coast through Sunday so that you'll be okay for work Monday. It's that feeling, but all the time. Slightly tired, you can't be bothered speaking or doing anything. You can't even, I should have been doing things on the computer, but I can't even be bothered going through and getting it and actually doing it. So you just sort of, you feel yourself slightly begin to veg. I should be doing some exercises, but I think I've reasoned enough to say I'm not going to be exercising, I'm not going to be doing the other stuff. I'm just going to veg out for my 6 weeks, and then we'll see what happens thereafter. So that's where we are. That's end of week 1. Bearing in mind that other things that they tell you are there's a 2-week delay. Remember, it's only 6 weeks, so I've got 5 left. So that should be very doable. But I'm just wondering how much of this is ignorance and adrenaline is got me to, on the way in. Is there going to be a real proper fade and I'm going to get more whiny as time goes on? Hopefully not, but hopefully I'll try and pick up on the, I'll be able to pinpoint this is what I was feeling and that was what I feeling. But what I do know is chemotherapy and cancer treatment is a really wide footprint of thing. And this is where I come every day, 5 days a week at least, for the radiotherapy.
Mrs. Brodie will get you in.
Let's do that. Let's do one. I'm at that. The bits that I'm remembering are, there's a 2-week delay, so we're just at the end of the 2 weeks. So I'm going. I'm just waiting to see if anything's going to about to kick in.
Oh, I see.
Maybe nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe nothing. That's the thing. Everyone just reacts differently.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Just had a week and a half, have you? Yeah. So still early, but it will kick in.
See, that's it. Yeah, it's that bit.
just to give you the good news.
There's these little lead leaves called multi-leaf collimators, and what they do is as the gantry is rotating around you, these leaves are flickering in and out, conforming the beam to how we want to treat the actual volume we're treating.
Wow.
So it shields the organs at risk that we don't want to treat, but it also delivers the radiation to the area we do want to treat.
Wow, is that being done by...
That's done, yeah. So these basically move in and out as the gantry is rotating around you.
Oh, I can see. You can see
them?
Yeah. Oh wow, that's really fun. So it's not just everything in the...
It's not just the one field going around, they're constantly changing to shield and protect things and also deliver dose to where we want to treat. It's yours to keep at the end.
Yeah! My papier-mâché model. That's quite funny. Does it look like me? And that's how the magic is done.
Ripped out, got no better. My taste buds are longer and my mouth feels like it's been cut to pieces. I can't taste it. It just feels like a bill of paste. It's very difficult to swallow.
You have already everything arranged.
But I haven't taken, I'm supposed to keep eating, so I'm trying my best. It chemo, it's an all-day thing. They get here at 8:30 in the morning. It's on a Tuesday, and generally they like that I have given blood the day before. So I kind of get plugged in, and then they flush me through my kidneys for 2 hours. Then they would put my chemo bag up, and that runs for 2 hours. And when that is finished, another flush, another couple of hours, and then I would head off downstairs and have some chemo, not chemo, radiotherapy. And that would be the end. So Tuesday's a long day, but you end up it's like a business class flight. You plug it in, it just drips in and does its things. It's a room full of blips and boosts and all kinds of noise, but you can see it's the King Edward ward. And I think originally this would have been a kids ward. So the whole place is decorated. You can see the tiles all Jack the Beanstalk with goody two-shoes, I think is what I've got here. And Dick Whittington and other bits and bobs. But yeah, this is a place. All very friendly, great staff, all wandering around doing their thing. They're all being infused with shiny yellow liquid to make us better. And that's what I can tell you about chemo. You can hear them getting tired now. My tongue is too big, and my throat is really sore. Swallowing's an issue. I haven't got taste. My teeth want to leave. Just all the unattractive things just manifesting itself. I've got yogurt still to try. I've got to keep on taking calories in. But swallowing is a real issue. And nothing has a taste really, except banana. And that's like tough to continuously. So I'm trying to eat it, but that sandwich went down like Brilla pads, let me tell you. It was just like very chewy, and then a Brilla pad scraped its way in. Still, it's only, 3.5 weeks left to go. And we'll see how we go on. Over and out.
Ronnie, don't panic. There is, I'm very pleased to say, because I'm getting concerned myself that there's not enough bikey things happening, and that might be putting people off. But I can tell you there's a new episode out now with really good stuff with Tony from Barnsley and his ridiculous vaguely pidgin English expressions, but also really a great thing. We went up to Birmingham and met a guy called Luke, and Luke has I had a proper gushathon going on. He's about 10 years younger than me, but all the things that he had were all sort of 60s, 70s, and on and on and on. And when you see all of that, we will need to go back because we couldn't catch it all in a day. Just on and on and on and on. And so that was a cavern filled with gems. So you'll like that. It's not all going to be, I don't feel well. So there's some good stuff coming. So stick with it and enjoy. That's all coming up very nowish. In fact, I don't know how old this is. It's probably up there. Go and click it and get on with it. See you in a bit.